starting to get a little frosty in Seoul, as you can see. People are all bundled up. Down to -1 this morning, which unfortunately, given the time I start work, it's always the coldest part of the day. Had a bit of fun trying to start the bike this morning, very reluctant. I hadn't ridden it for a few days, so didn't really want to turn over, but still got it started, so everything's okay. You can ride for most of the year in Seoul. Maybe January might be a bit sketchy, but usually, well, it does get cold. Normally only gets down to say -5 or -6, which is still, for a short distance, rideable. I'm only about half an hour, 40 minutes to and from work, depending on traffic, and that's doable if you rug up properly. The only problem is you start to get ice and snow and crap on the road. Obviously a little more dangerous. Not so much a problem on the big roads, but it is definitely a huge problem on the excuse me, Grandma, on the smaller roads. Looking at the Iwa area straight ahead there. Let's take a look down the Iwa area on this still pretty crisp autumn afternoon. Great shopping area if you're a woman. Very popular with the East Asian tourists. Tons of Taiwanese, Singaporeans. Looking pretty nice in the fall as well. Always get some awkward traffic here. It's just a one-way system. Taxis in particular stop to pick up and drop off people, causing all sorts of problems. And that's the Iwa Women's University campus directly ahead. Again, in the fall, looking pretty good. The world's largest female-only university, I'm told. It's also quite highly ranked in Korea, usually ends up in the top 10. More of the shopping street here. Mainly clothing shopping with a few restaurants scattered around. Not bad. I don't come down here much myself. I don't really fit the profile, I guess. Not being female. Being a little bigger than your average East Asian shopper. The old Shinchon station off there to the right with a giant multiplex thing, which is fairly new. This road I'm on now leads down into the Shinchon area, which I'm not going to go to because I'm going to Yonsei University. A whole lot of construction going on around here, so never quite sure what part of the road will be open and what part shut. And yeah, excuse me ladies. Ahead of us it's the big Yonsei Hospital, which is a very good hospital. On the right is the Ide campus, on the left is the Yonsei campus. Yonsei is one of the big three universities here. just last week the kids had their big national exams. All the 17-year-old high school kids had the Sunong exam, which is pretty much an all-day make or break affair. If you are successful in that and get into a top school, you do very well. If you're not so successful, it can be a bit more of a struggle for you, especially if you have to go to one of the provincial universities. Got a wonderful bit of cobblestone coming up here. Real pain in the ass. A very rare roundabout. They don't really do roundabouts in this city. No one really knows how to use them. It's coming up into the what's called Dongmun East Gate of Yonsei University. It's usually quite pretty around this time of year, although it's maybe a bit tough to see with the sunshine. There we go, that's a bit better. Coming to the tail end of the where the leaves are nice. It's been pretty damn windy recently, and a lot of the colours got blown away over the weekend. As always, there's about 1 million taxis on the road here. People use it as a shortcut to get from one part of this area to another. And very nice down here, lots of nice yellows. It's really quite a big campus. It's actually got its own little bus system in here. And if we keep going down this road, which I'm not going to do, I'm going to turn around. You end up at all the dormitory section for all the students. And all these hothouses and everything in here for the ag people, I guess. Back down towards the main campus. Again, very nice with all the sun coming through the leaves. I'm from Australia and don't really do autumn or fall in Australia to any great extent. We've got the season, of course, but where I'm from, it's all evergreens. And evergreens, as the name suggests, always stay green. So in the autumn, it wasn't much different. Most times a year. In the summer it was everything was brown, but that's just because it was dead, not because it was looking attractive. And a fallen over scooter. Always sad to see that.